Kid 918 here. We back with another NBA 2K23 My Team video. And in this one, we're going to go over the new Takeover Alex English card and basically what's going to be the fastest way to get him. So as you see, we're already loaded up here. Now let's see what we got to do, right? As you see, I've gotten 5 of the 6 done. It's really not a hard one. This one's even easier than the Darren Williams one probably, but so 150 dunks, 250 Bucks points, like a Bucks player, 20 rebounds with Pacers players, 100 assists with Nuggets players, 54-4 with a small forward from any team, just a small forward, and then win 10 games using 5 Nuggets, right? So right off the bat, you can do a lineup with 5 Nuggets players, a Pacers player, like a center, like I have Roy Hibbert. He's on the auction house. If you can get him, get him. He's pretty good with rebounding. He's a center. You need a big man down there. So get a center from the Pacers that rebounds. You can even get Miles Turner probably. Put 5 Nuggets players in that same lineup. Remember, you can fit 13 players in a lineup, obviously. So that's 6 of the players in your lineup right there. And then you need a Bucks player. I bought Chris Middleton off the token market to use for this because he's the easiest to score with. But for the dunk portion, it might be easier to use Giannis, which I've been running triple threats with Giannis to get the dunks. And yeah, it's pretty easy doing that with him. I got a little way to show y'all how to do that too. But the 54-4 with the small forward also would apply to Chris Middleton. So if you're using him to get points with, that 54 points will count towards the 250. You get what I'm saying? So it'll end up being 196 left that you have to score as opposed to the 250 because you're scoring 54 with him in a game. So just like the other challenges or like the other takeovers, what you want to do is go to basketball fundamentals. But this one, instead, I did the athleticism. In athleticism, you have to do 5 dunks as a team and then the game ends, okay? So basically I would score with Chris Middleton, and then when I was ready to end the game, I would start doing my 5 dunks. And you can use any player to do the dunks. I mean, it makes sense to use a Bucks player because it counts towards your points, so I would recommend doing that. I wasn't doing that until later. I had played probably 7 of the 10 games and didn't do that, and I was like, why did I not do that? So, yeah. But you want to do that. Make your lineup with the 5 Nuggets players, the Pacers center, and a small forward, preferably Chris Middleton. He's 30 tokens. It's a little much for an emerald, but you know it's because Giannis is in the lineup. But I would say definitely do that because it makes it easier and you're knocking out more challenges at once. And obviously there's a Nuggets assist one too. So just put I will say this. I was using Ty Lawson. He's another player that's a Nuggets player that's in the auction house. I was using him to get my assists, and the assists weren't showing up. So I ended up having to use Aaron Gordon in my lineup, and I was getting assists with him. I know he's not just some crazy playmaker, but he was somebody I had, and I was using in the lineup of the 10 people. So I was like, well I'll just go ahead and put him in. 5 people, I should say. But yeah, I just put him in, and I was just getting assists with him. You know, you're playing on semi-pro, so even if somebody's not a good playmaker, you can still get assists with him. It might not do that for you. I don't know if that's a glitch that's going on for everybody when they try to use like Ty Law. I couldn't do Ty Lawson or Chauncey Billups. It was acting like it had to be a token market player. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a glitch or what was going on, if it's something specifically with me. But yeah, just a heads up in case. Yeah, because I was getting a little irritated, but I figured out that somehow. But yeah, definitely run the athleticism one. You can also, it depends on how you want to do it. If you want to do that, because you'll get 5 dunks a game, and then after you do the 10 games, you'll have 50 dunks, and you'll have 100 left to complete. But you should have every other challenge done, which is kind of the same boat that I'm in. But you could also do the 3-point shooting one, and just do a bunch of dunks in the game, like as much as you can. It kind of gets annoying in 5-on-5. It's a lot easier to get dunks in triple threat or the triple threat challenges. So it's just how you feel. Like you can, basically one thing you can do for the dunks, other than that, is go to challenges. I don't know why I went out of challenges, but go into challenges, shades of 4. I already played this game, but I didn't do the actual make 10 threes because I was just dunking. So you have to score 60 points, right? So that gives you a lot of chance. If you dunk every possession, that's 30 dunks a game. That's a big chunk. And if you do the method I told you about before, where you get 5 dunks a game in the previous thing, you'll only have 100 left. So if you can get 30 dunks a game, you'll only have to play this challenge, what is that? Literally twice, right? No, sorry. You'll have to play this challenge 3 times and then do 1 regular triple threat. I don't know. I was thinking 100, not 50, but so 30, 60, 90, that's 3 games. But you can just play a triple threat for the 10 dunks that you have left, which would make it a lot simpler, right? So it should be easy enough. And an easy way to get that done is just position lock one of your players, which is hold L3 on them, right? And the two, like, I'm running with Pippen and Giannis to get the dunks with. I mean, they can both catch lobs, and it makes it easier as I don't really have to worry about defense because they're both good defenders as well. So I just chill, you know what I'm saying? I just do my thing and chill. But when you use a position lock, when you double tap triangle for alley-oops, you don't have to time it with the square. The AI automatically does it for you. You don't have to time it. Occasionally, if you're not dunking with somebody who's that good of a dunker, they will miss, but typically you're golden. And also you can do triangle cuts, get them to cut to the goal. You hold triangle, and then when you're ready to pass it, you just release the button and it'll pass it to them. The only issue with that is sometimes they don't dunk it. Now, Giannis has a high dunk tendency, so he most likely will, but a lot of players won't dunk it. They'll just lay it in, or they'll dunk it like half the time and then lay it up the other half. So just forewarn you on that. I think the best method is to do pick and rolls and do alley-oops with a position lock, like I said, because then you don't have to worry about, timing it. Because timing it in the semi-pro one is not that big of a deal because it's so easy and you can get slightlies in there and still make them. But when you get slightlies in a harder difficulty, you'll make them still probably most of the time, but you'll start missing and it's going to annoy you. Just trust me on that because it happened to me. It's not it. We'll just say that, you know what I mean? But yeah, you could either do this one to 60 right here, or you could also do the Jalen Green one that's to 40. It's 20 points less, so you'd only get 20 dunks instead of 30, and that would take 20, 40, 60, 80. It would take 5 games, but I don't know if that really makes it quicker, to be honest. So, I mean, it's kind of just your preference on how you want to do that. Or you can just do triple threat. If you're grinding triple threat already, like let's say you're grinding for the Sean Kemp and you're trying to win your triple threat games, you might as well just do it because you would have to play those games anyways. Like you see triple threat, where am I? I already did the triple threat offline. I've been playing a lot of games lately, grinding a lot, but yeah, I don't typically do the takeover with all of the win this many games, win that many. If I was going to do it, I would have did it for Andre Iguodala, but yeah. I don't know, guys. I think he's going to be worth it. I don't think Alex English is going to be just some great player, but it's just like adding this grind is fun to do, you know what I mean? It's just a reason to play the game. Level 40, these kind of grinds weekly are dope to me because it makes it like fun to grind the game as opposed to just playing. Because if you just play, then you're going to get bored of it eventually, But if there's a new grind every week with different challenges, then it adds flavor, it adds fun to the game, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hopefully this helps y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share it around. Let's grow the channel. Let's do it. Appreciate y'all for watching. Bye.